So over the past 15 years, when it came to the discussion, who is number one in hip hop? Who is the best in hip hop? For the past 15 years, it's always come down to three names: Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. Those three names have took over hip hop like none other. All three in different ways. Drake for his top charting songs, Kendrick for his polarizing albums, and Cole a kind of mixture of the two, mostly for his lyricism and consistency. And now over the past few weeks, that discussion has been reignited in hip hop of who's the best when Kendrick Lamar went on featuring Metro Boomin's album and went on a song Like That and said, "Ain't no big three, it's big me." Kendrick Lamar sparked the discussion again of who is the best between those three: Drake, Kendrick, or Cole. And what happened? Cole went up to bat. Cole said, you know what? For years he's been talking about he's the best. He's waiting for somebody to challenge him. He is the best with the bars. Nobody can touch him. He's the best with the pen. And finally he got a challenge. So on his tape, his EP, his project, My Delete Later, J.Cole addressed Kendrick in regards to that big three, it's just big me bar, and actually dissed Kendrick Lamar. A feud and a rivalry we've been waiting for at least a decade. This is the fight that hip hop has been waiting for. Who is the best lyricist of their class and really the best currently in hip hop? So Cole put out 7-minute drill, dissed Kendrick, and it fell absolutely flat. You could tell in J. Cole's tone, you could tell by the poor beat selection, you could tell by what he said that he truly wasn't feeling dissing Kendrick Lamar. I mean, he had the nerve to say that Pimp a Butterfly wasn't that good.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He had the nerve to say that nobody talks about Kendrick Lamar unless he disses somebody. What? J. Cole was clearly just pulling stuff out the air and hoping that it sticks. And it wasn't that shortly after, maybe about 48 hours after that diss record came out, that J. Cole on his tour, Dreamville Fest, does something that is unprecedented, something that does not happen in hip hop. J. Cole apologized.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Yes, J. Cole apologized to Kendrick Lamar. He said he couldn't sleep at night. He didn't feel well spiritually, mentally for going at his brother. And he apologized and he bows out of that bout between him and Kendrick Lamar. And what happened after that, once that clip went viral, everybody attacked J. Cole. The hip hop community completely put J. Cole on a cross and crucified him. Hip hop community said, that ain't what we do in hip hop. You're supposed to be a warrior. You've been begging for this for years. You've been talking your talk for years. Everybody discredited Cole. Everybody said Cole can no longer talk as if he's number one. Cole's legacy is ruined, it's tainted. He will forever regret apologizing to Kendrick Lamar, where at the end of the day, we know it's not gonna be about baby mamas. We know it's not gonna be about trying to fight or taking a street play. It's all about the bars. And this is where I say, no, my God, stop fucking lying. That's a lie. That's where I had to stop cap. I said, y'all lying. When we think of the greatest diss records of all time, what do we think of? I'm gonna do a Dora Explorer right now. Name me your top 3 diss records in hip hop of all time. Go. Do 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 consistency within hip hop is the top 3 diss records of all time is 1, Tupac Hit 'Em Up, 2, Nas's Ether, and 3, Ice Cube's No Vaseline. What do all 3 diss records have in common? It's not about the lyrical ability. It's not about the bars. All 3 of those diss records are some of the most rudest, disrespectful, nastiest records in hip-hop history. That's why they are heralded the way they are. So to then tell Cole, we just care about the bars, we know you're not gonna get down and dirty, that's exactly what you want. You wanted to see how down and dirty both Cole and Kendrick could get, or at least get close to the boundary. That's exactly what y'all wanted. Because if y'all didn't want that, y'all want to be so furious over Cole deciding to bow out when he said out his mouth, I spiritually do not feel well, mentally do not feel well, tearing down a brother that I respect and love in Kendrick Lamar. That should be respected. It would be different if Cole said, I was afraid of Kendrick. It'd be different if Cole said, Kendrick's not on my level, I don't feel like going at him anymore. That will be different, but when he is saying what he said, when he's being vulnerable and actually doing something that's almost like really blasphemous in hip hop and deciding not to continue a rap beef, knowing that the hip hop community is gonna put him on a stake and cook him up, and yet he still felt comfortable to do it, even though it was with his people, his fans at his show. But he knew that clip was gonna get out probably. And everybody around his camp and his team probably tell him not to do that. But Cole had to be himself. And I hear people talking about, well, he should have never did the record. Well, he should have never put it out. Well, he should have succumbed to peer pressure. Nigga, he's a human. We make mistakes every day, B. You'll be all right. We make mistakes every day. We like you had to like the brother ain't human. The brother can't make mistakes. The brother can't have regrets. That's part of being a human. So for people to come out here and judge him like, oh, well, you just, if I bet you if 7 Minute Drill would have been successful, you wouldn't have said all that. I bet you like you can't be in that brother's head. I'm going by what he says. Cole, out of almost all rappers over the past 15 years, Cole has been one of the most authentic out of everyone. So to question his integrity, his morality, him being honest, that ain't the route to go when it comes to J. Cole. Just to see how hip hop completely tore down J. Cole just because he didn't feel like continuing a rap beef shows that hip hop needs to evolve. It needs to evolve. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be competition in hip hop. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a back and forth between artists and rappers. But at some point, we gotta truly evolve as a culture. Think about it. In all other genres, when they compete, it's different. Like if R&B singers have a sing-off, it's about how you are vocally. When rock bands have the battle of the bands, it's about who's the best musically. When hip hop has competition, it's about how well you can tear down your opponent. It's not about the lyricism. Let's be honest. There are 2 different forms of hip hop. It's hip hop and battle rap. In battle rap, it could be about who's the best lyrically, but when it comes to music and hip hop, it's about how better you can tear down your opponent. Let's be honest. And all I've been hearing about is hip hop is a sport, it's a war, it's warfare. Like, no, it's not. It's an art form. That's all it is. We made it out to be a war. We made it out to be a sport. It's not a sport. It's an art form. Hip hop is an art form. It's not a sport. And the fact that we keep trying to make it this warrior spirit and we are men and women and we, It's like, bro, if we have all this angst to see the top rappers and lyricists go at each other, why don't you tell these same lyricists and rappers to go at these labels, to go at these publishers that are taking men and women's money and been robbing them for years, and we so care about battles? Let's see that battle. Let's see the battle between the rappers and the labels. Let's see that. Since you care so much about hip hop, everybody has been able to speak up and speak out regarding what Cole did. That lets me know you can speak up and speak out about how these labels are robbing these artists. But no, we know that's not our business though, right? You want to be in everybody's business, but that's not our business. And if you made it this far to the video, I know you're like, oh, look at this kumbaya nigga. Look at this Brother Sharif nigga trying to make peace. I'm not saying you cannot have rap beefs or battle rap within hip hop. I'm not saying I have a battle rap channel. Like I made my channel off of battle rap. Of course, I am with rappers going at each other. But when a brother's telling me it's not sitting well with his spirit and his mental to rap, to continue a rap beef, I'm gonna let it go. Hip hop, you gotta let it go. The toxicity in hip hop, you gotta let it go. The immaturity in hip hop, you gotta let it go. The desire to see black men and black women tear each other down, you gotta let it go. I know that's unpopular. You gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. Because if you really cared about lyricism and bars the way y'all say y'all do, why ain't the charts looking like that? Why isn't Billboard looking like that? Why isn't the top streams looking like that? If y'all care about the bars so much, then why aren't the top lyricists topping the charts? Why is that? Oh, I forgot, because those type of artists scare the hoes away. Those type of songs don't bump in the whip. Don't go crazy in the club, right? But which one is it? Are we about lyricism? Or are we about dancing and vibing? Which one is it? And that's when I knew this isn't really about Cole. This is about, there's a group of fans, there's a group of the hip hop community that has been feeling like there is a void in hip hop. There's been a void for years in hip hop where the true lyricists are gone or not recognized. And I, being one of them, definitely understand that. But to put all that pressure and all that angst and all that disappointment onto Cole is irresponsible. I'm disappointed. I really wanted to see Cole versus Kendrick. I really wanted to see that. I really did. I still do. But I respect Cole enough to respect his space, his mental, and his spiritual. Like it's like, it's that simple to me. If you tell me it's not sitting well with you, with your soul, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'll let it go. It was not that difficult for me. Yeah, I was angry for like the first hour, but then I really thought about it. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I'm not a super duper J.Cole fan. Of course, I'm a J.Cole fan. But like, I think like Kendrick is a way better artist than J.Cole. I think at some aspects, Drake is a better artist than J.Cole. I gotta be honest. So this is not me putting my J.Cole Dreamville cape on, because in a lot of aspects, but J.Cole said to Kendrick about you being born, I'm like, Cole, look in the mirror, my brother. It's only this past like 5 years where he started really branching out, past 5-6 years, to where he started changing his style, his music, to be more upbeat, to not be so laid back and boring. Like, we really have to think about what we're asking these artists and rappers, like what we're requesting of these artists and rappers. Because if J. Cole is so not number one no more, if J. Cole is so he can't be respected as a top level MC no more, Then what is Biggie? Did we forget that Hit 'Em Up was directed at Biggie? Why didn't Biggie respond? Was it because he's ussy? Is it because he's not at Tupac's level? It's because he's not a true warrior of the sport? Or is it because he did not want to continue a beef between East Coast and West Coast that would amplify and get worse, which at the end of the day didn't help because both of them are gone now. But Biggie was the adult in the room at that time. Nobody says Biggie isn't a top lyricist. Nobody says Biggie is not a top rapper. Nobody says Biggie was ussy for not responding to Tupac. Nobody says that. So why are we saying that now with Cole? But because he put a record out, we all heard the record. We all know Cole did not want to do that. He fell to peer pressure. He fell to ego. He failed. He succumbed to ego, to pride. That's called being human, my friends. But again, to everybody in the hip hop community, especially these hip hop media outlets, the Joe Buttons and the Warrior Malls and all these acts and all these people that claim to be so hip hop. However, there was a guy by the name of Lupe Fiasco that had a crazy diss versus Royce da 5'9" not too long ago. I don't remember any of them bringing it up. Not talking about it, not once. Not once. Not once. Bringing that up. But y'all care about the bars, right? Lupe, who's multi-platinum, one of the most respected lyricists in hip hop, one of the most underrated in my opinion, was in my top 5 for a long time. Why ain't y'all bringing that up? Why did y'all talk about that when you had the opportunity to truly uplift lyricism in that moment? Why? Because y'all didn't care. Y'all care about the view. You care about the views and the clicks and the... You probably look at the bottom line like, oh, Lupe going at Royce, oh, they ain't gonna do numbers. Or y'all don't care about the lyricism. So y'all all fake fronting. Y'all all capping. Let's be honest. Hip hop has to evolve. We have to start being mature in these moments. In moments like this, we have to start being grown folk and allowing grown men be grown men and grown women be grown women. Why you think female hip hop is so messy the way it is? Every goddamn female is going at each other. Is that really helping the art? Sometimes it's healthy, but sometimes it's not. I would love to have a Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj record. I would love a Nicki Remy record. I would love all that. But because the labels and the fans hype up these artists to go at each other, we don't get classic records. Like a Lil' Kim and a Missy and a Christina Aguilera on the same record, Angel Martinez on the same record. We don't get that. And you know who's really profiting with these hip hop beefs? You know who really profits from rap beefs? Not the rappers, not the artists, but the media and the labels. That's who truly benefits. You damn right these media outlets want rap beef to keep them in the algorithm, to give them the views and the money. You damn right these labels want to profit off these rappers going at each other because they love chaos. They love negativity. Why you think they're pushing what they're pushing in hip hop? To why we're mad that there are no more lyricists in the game. There's no more balance. Of course that's what they want. And it's mostly black on black. Of course, it's all a game. It's all a master plan and we're falling all into it. There's nothing wrong with rappers going at each other. Respectfully, there's nothing wrong with wanting to see who's the best with the bars. But really ask yourself, when you got so mad at Cole, when you got so angry at Cole to where you try to completely discredit him or devalue him or say he's no longer part of the big three, no longer a top level MC, think about what you're really saying. Think about what you're telling the youngins, and think about what you're telling people who are getting new to hip hop. What you're telling them is that it doesn't matter what you say in terms of your soul, your spirit, your mental. We only want the entertainment. That's all that matters to us. F your spirit, F your soul, F your mental. That's what you're telling. That's a message you're giving. You can say that, oh, it's not a big deal. We're not saying that. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're absolutely saying that. Because you dismissed J. Cole's feelings, his emotions. But I forgot, we're not allowed to have those, right? Hip hop has to evolve.